Good morning. It's StephanieGrams with howtostartamemorybearbusiness.com, or you can find me at StephanieGrams.com. All right, so I hope your day is starting out pretty well. I have a lot to do today, and one of my projects is setting up the website for the nonprofit that I'm volunteering with. But I wanted to jump on here really quick and give you some tips on, and I'm looking at my notes. If I look away, it's not because I'm ignoring you. All right, how to promote your sewing business. All right, 2020 has been a little bit different for all of us that offer sewing businesses, business services. Some of us went from solely focusing on maybe baby clothes, or for me it was memory bears and sentimental sewing services, to jumping on the bandwagon for the face masks. I did that extremely focused. I only made maybe a couple dozen of the face masks, and I'm like, this is not my calling. So, how to promote your sewing business in the fall and winter of 2020. Number one tip would be to create your marketing and promotion schedule. Let's see, make sure, and I'm trying to get my notes. You really don't need to create flyers and business cards and print them. The thing to do is create those in a digital form and share them online. So a lot of us are not going out through our communities like we used to. We used to go to co-ops and I almost said something I shouldn't have said. Fairs and craft shows and things like that. And most of our shows have been canceled, at least for my situation where I live, and they are holding them online. So what better way than create a digital file form or digital format of your business flyer and your business cards. Have those on your website, which is tip number 2. Have your own website. Don't rely on a third-party platform like eBay and Etsy and Shopify and Wix and things like that. They are great. Yes, they're part of the whole business system that I talk about in my book. They have a place, or they can have a place in your business, online business cycle, so to speak. But relying on those is not really the best thing. So, all right, that was tip number 2. Create your own website. Marketing your business. So we have Google Maps. I think Yahoo Local still offers something. Yelp does. And obviously there are directories popping up all over the internet where you can post your business. My memory bears and sentimental sewing service business is 100% online, by mail only. I do not have a physical location. I do not have people stopping by a studio. That did not fit into my lifestyle, and for other reasons, property taxes, commercial building space, all of that is extremely expensive, and my type of business, I'm just not going to put that in my budget. If you do, I think that's wonderful. It can fit wherever you want it to fit. All right, so that's marketing your website. Everything that you put out online, or even in a printed newspaper. And by the way, yes, I do use classifieds for my business. That is something I do. I get a really good return on investment with that. I do talk about this in my book, so you might want to get my book and then you can see what I'm doing for my company, right? So anyways, everything that you do in printing or in person should direct them back to your website. I have several websites, and I only ever advertise 2 when I'm going live. It's the StephanieGrams.com, and it's the howtostartamemorybearbusiness.com. Those are the only 2 you ever hear me talk about. The other ones I use for SEO. And yes, I do spill the tea on that in my book. All right. Tip number 2, or no, wait, 2, 3. Okay, 1 was creating a digital file of your business promotional tools, business cards, flyers. That was tip number 1. Tip number 2 was get your own website, right? We talked about that. I talk about that all the time. Marketing your website. I just spoke about that. Now, tip number 4 is place an ad in your local newspaper. That's up to you, your zip code, whatever works for you, right? Like I said, I've had good return on investment with that, and I plan on continuing with that. Where I live, it works. Tip number 5, okay, word of mouth advertising. Listen, get the testimonials in writing from your happy customers, please. You can use that in everything, in print, in a digital form. You can use it on LinkedIn. You can use it for your media kit. Again, that's something I talk about in my book. And last but not least, get involved in your community. Okay, so I am a huge proponent on volunteering. This year, this COVID thing this year, put a damper in that, in the traditional ways of volunteering. However, there's still ways. So I'm volunteering. It is online. 100% of my volunteering is online, and it will make a huge impact for this nonprofit. I'm creating their website. I'm setting it up. I am adding all the social media management accounts to the website. I'm doing all the things that need to be done before they can write grants for their scholarship needs and their funding needs. This is something I've done for years and years and years. I just don't truly advertise that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Anyways, there are my tips for the day, and let's see what I did call this. Hold on one second. I said how to promote your sewing business in the fall and winter of 2020. Yes, okay, had to think. All right, I have a lot to do today, guys. I hope you have a great day. Stay safe. Be wise. Talk to me if you need anything. Bye.